Thomas Paul's week still comes from Kigali a second time. This is the memorial for the genocide. About 1 million died, and this place here is the burial place for a quarter of them, 250,000 people. So the center of this memorial is that still the relatives, mainly the children that were left over, come here as the burial place of their families, but at the same time it's a global place for remembering and fighting genocide. There's a museum which does not only tell the history of what happened here in Kigali, but tells the whole history of genocides. The genocide of the Hereros by my forefathers, the Germans in Namibia, the genocide, of course, against the Jews, the Holocaust, the most intense genocide that we had in history so far. They are told here. For me, it is important, having visited the Evangelical Alliance of Rwanda, having attended the GEFCON meeting, the meeting of global Bible-believing Anglicans that takes place here in Kigali, I want to remind us this is a genocide that took place in a Christian country, as much as the genocide against the Jews did not happen in any country, but in a country like the country Germany that has a long Christian history. Friends, if you believe in Jesus, then we should mourn here about what has happened in our history and assure ourselves that what Paul tells the church is true, still and will stay true. Who thinks he stands, beware that you do not fall. We are believers. We want to go for a holy life only and only by the grace of God. The Reformation did not only stand up for the message that you are saved by grace, but you stay in a holy life only by the grace of God, not because naturally we are better than other people, but because naturally we are holy. And this genocide here in Rwanda shows that Christians can kill each other. I don't say that everybody involved here was Christian, but we know it included churches. It even included clergy of churches. And I'm very happy to report that visiting the country here, that it is the Christians, that it is the believers, that it is the churches that very much have gone for peace and reconciliation in this country, are striving for that this does not happen again. But it will not happen again if we have this fancy dream that we are all good people and everything will become happy ever after. But if we admit that what Jesus did come for is the central problem of human beings, it is the sin. It is our criminal heart that likes to look down on other people, and if necessary will kill them with some fancy ideas why they are so dangerous, why they threat our life. And so this is a message, first of all, from my perspective, first of all to the church, to the believers themselves. We ourselves have to decide whether by the grace of God we want to go for peace, for reconciliation, by spreading the message that comes from the New Testament, that all people are created evil, that equal, that all races are the same, that there is no good people and bad people in the sense that you are born and your genes tell you whether you are well served in this world or whether you shouldn't be here. This message has to be preached in our churches first. Then it goes to countries that are shaped by Christianity. And then we can speak with others about what is going on. Think a moment that the war going on in Ukraine and Russia. Some might say, oh, that's not really Christianity. But it is not another world religion. It is something happening around Christianity, and it is called to Christianity to repent and to see that sin is a reality for every human being, but also for us Christians, and only if we repent, only by the grace of God, we can overcome sin towards peace and reconciliation. We have a peace and reconciliation network in the World Evangelical Alliance, and we have to strive for that. This is not just a political movement that tries to do nice things all over the world, but it comes out of the message of the gospel that God himself reconciled us with him on his costs, and assured that the walls would be broken down between ethnic groups, between high and low people, between male and female. And so I'm very, very happy that despite this is one of the most evil places in the world, remembering 250,000 people buried here behind us all over the place that were innocent. Nevertheless, it is the message of Jesus Christ that in the end is the only answer to overcome this. Thank you very much.